In the heart of Russia's Ural Mountains, beneath a frozen blanket of snow and silence, lies a place known as the Dyatlov Pass. It's a place few dare to visit, and for good reason. In 1959, 9 experienced Soviet hikers met a gruesome and unexplained end during what should have been a routine expedition. Their tent was found, ripped from the inside, their bodies scattered across the landscape, half-dressed, some brutally injured, others strangely untouched. More than 60 years later, the mystery remains, terrifying, unresolved, and full of theories that grow darker the deeper you dig. It all began in January 1959, when a group of 10 young hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set off for a skiing expedition to Mount Otorten, a name that, in the local Mansi language, ominously translates to "don't go there." Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of skilled mountaineers, well equipped for the harsh Siberian terrain. They documented their journey with photos, journals, and a light-hearted spirit. Along the way, one member fell ill and turned back, unknowingly saving his life. The remaining 9 continued on, unaware of what awaited them on the mountain pass that would come to bear their leader's name. When the group failed to return on schedule, search teams were dispatched. What they found sent shockwaves across the Soviet Union. The hikers' tent had been slashed open, not from the outside but from within, as if they had fled in a panic. Strangely, their shoes and coats had been left behind in the freezing cold. The first bodies were found near a tree line, barefoot and barely clothed, as if they had run for their lives. More bodies were discovered over the following days, scattered across the snow. It was a scene that defied logic and only deepened the sense of dread. At first glance, hypothermia seemed the obvious cause of death. But autopsies told a different story. 2 of the hikers had shattered ribs, 1 had a crushed skull. Another woman was missing her tongue and eyes, and yet, there were no external wounds consistent with these injuries. No signs of struggle, no defensive wounds. It was as if the trauma had been delivered by immense force, without breaking the skin. Something more like a car crash than an avalanche. One body showed traces of radiation. Another had gray hair, though she was only in her 20s. These were not normal deaths. Something, or someone, had intervened. The Soviet investigation concluded that the hikers were killed by a compelling natural force. That's all. No further explanation. No accountability. The case was closed quietly, and the files were locked away. But rumors began to spread, among locals, journalists, and even within the military. Why were the documents suddenly classified? Why did investigators appear to be under pressure to wrap up the case? And why did the government restrict access to the site for years afterward? Whatever had happened that night, it was clear. Someone didn't want the truth getting out. Over the decades, countless theories have emerged. Some sound logical, others are terrifying. One of the most accepted theories is a slab avalanche, a sudden block of snow that crushed part of the tent and forced the hikers to flee. This might explain the panic and some of the injuries. But critics point out that the tent was pitched on a shallow slope, and no signs of an avalanche were ever found. Others believe the hikers stumbled into a secret military experiment. The area was known for missile tests. Some bodies were contaminated with radiation, and strange orange lights were seen in the sky that night. Could they have witnessed something they weren't supposed to see? Some blamed the indigenous Mansi people, thinking the hikers may have violated sacred land. But the Mansi had no history of violence, and in fact, they helped in the search. This theory was quickly dismissed. Then there are those who venture into more chilling territory. Paranormal forces, UFOs, a Yeti, theories supported by photographs showing strange shapes in the woods. One picture in particular seems to show a tall, dark figure standing among the trees. Was it an animal, a person, or something else entirely? In recent years, Russia reopened the case, and in 2020, authorities once again claimed the cause was an avalanche. This time, they cited new modeling and simulations based on advanced snow physics, even referencing the Disney movie Frozen, which used similar software for realistic snow behavior. But many experts still aren't convinced. The new theory fails to explain the strange injuries, the scattered bodies, or the missing tongue. Even today, independent researchers continue to question the official narrative, determined to uncover what really happened. So what did happen that night on Dyatlov Pass? Why would experienced hikers flee into sub-zero temperatures, leaving behind their only source of warmth and safety? What caused their bizarre injuries? Why the radiation, the silence, the secrecy? We may never know. Some say the answer is buried under the snow or locked in a Soviet archive. Others believe it's still out there, waiting to be found. But one thing is certain: the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most unsettling, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, and every whisper of the case brings us a little closer to the truth, or to something we were never meant to uncover.